Hey y'all, it is a rainy day at the Hyatt house and I was gone for a couple of days. I had to make a trip south. I'm back. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna see what they were doing while I was gone. Let's go. Okay, so the main thing that happened while I was gone is they completed the handrail on the 3rd floor. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I saw some pictures while it was under construction. But what a difference it makes. All right, if you remember when we bought it, the wall went to there, the wall went all the way across, and there was a door here. That left this stairwell dark because the only natural light you were getting was from down here. So we took it out and we decided to just add this handrail. Now, since we tore that out, there's just been a couple 2x4s right here stabilizing it. I love it. So of course this is original, that's new. These guys, they are amazing. Look, they made these little caps from scratch. You can buy caps, but they weren't the same as what we needed. So they made these, they trimmed it out, put these posts in. What a huge difference. This is so much better than if there had just been a wall and a door there. I really hate that I wasn't here to get more footage of them building this. So we bought this handrail. It was very, very similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar to what's in the rest of the house. And we were okay with it being a little bit different because it's new and I wanted it to be new. And we bought the 4x4s. The pickets we just ripped down from old scraps of wood that were in the house. And like I said, they made these caps, made them out of scratch, or made them from scratch, made them out of wood. I love it. It's so open. It feels so good not having those big 2x4s right there. Love it. What else did they do? They got all the trim primed. We got these little doors hinged out, so they're ready to be hung. We did a little bit more prep on the sheetrock in here. I think you can see this blue. So that's some places that we weren't happy with. So we've got those perfected. Once we get those sanded down, we'll be ready to paint in here. Now, obviously, we're not spraying in here because we don't want to take any chance on getting any overspray on our beams. Oh, we got our little door hung here. Our little quirky door. So good bit of work happened on the 3rd floor. We got all of our old doorknobs patched because over the life of the house, there had been a lot of doorknobs. So we got all of those patched. I don't think I've told you guys about doorknobs, so we'll have a conversation about that later this week. I just love it. Standing in here looking at that handrail, it looks fantastic. All right, we're back downstairs. We got, look, the whole ceiling in the kitchen has got a first coat of paint. So on the 2nd floor, we sprayed the ceiling and we sprayed the walls and we're gonna brush paint the trim. We're thinking on this floor, we're actually gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna spray the ceilings, but then we think we're gonna spray the trim. There's so much trim in this room or on this floor. We're gonna spray the trim and then we're just gonna cut and roll the walls. So that's at least what we think we're going to do. Let's go find the guys and see what they're painting next. They're getting ready to paint Mrs. Hyatt's parlor. Lots to do. The wallpaper room ceiling has also already been painted and now they're moving into the bathroom off the wallpaper room. They already got that little closet painted. So this is going quick, folks. We're still painting, still working on ceilings. We're spraying, we're back rolling. It's a 3-man job to get it all done. So here's where we are. We got all the ceilings painted on the ground floor. And we've got 1 coat on all of the walls. The next thing we're gonna do is spray the trim, then come back and cut in one more coat on the walls. So trim is next. Can't wait. All right, it's another day at the Hyatt house. So what are we doing today? We are getting ready to paint the trim. We're gonna paint some trim. So you remember we primed it all? So we're just gonna hit it lightly with a sanding block, just scruff it up a little bit, and then we're gonna start painting the trim. Let's go up to the third floor and I'll show you what Gio's working on up there. A few days ago, we did a little bit more mud work. You see this blue? This is where we didn't quite like the details of where the sheetrock met our wood. So all that is dried. Gio has been sanding. He's got just a little bit more sanding to do up here. And then we're gonna start painting up here. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of cutting in. Then we'll roll in between, but lots of steady hand brushwork. But I can't wait to see the wall color on the walls in here. Get to the top of the stairs and I see that they have started painting trim. And then I look in this bedroom and of course we obviously have touch up to do, but I love it. It's so subtle between the trim and the wall color. It's so federal in style. You know, you look at little samples, you even paint them on the wall, but when you get it in the whole room, then you really know you've done it right. And I could not be happier with this. Okay, let me go over here. I've got this wall done. We haven't painted the baseboard. We're gonna brush on the baseboard. We don't wanna spray it and you're just asking to get it on the floors. Obviously we're gonna sand the floors, but no need to make that harder for my floor guys. I love it so much. Love that contrast. It's such a subtle contrast, but it's just the right amount. Once we get these stairs painted this color. All right, let's go in here and see if they've painted anything in the main bedroom. Heck yeah, they have. Heck yeah, they have. All right, you're seeing this for the first time with me. We've painted this, all the windows, that mantle. Goodness, it looks so good. So good. And the last time I was here, Gio was painting the third floor, the bedroom on the third floor around those beams. So let's go up there and see how that looks. All right. Looks like they got a coat on the trim up here as well. Love it. Let's go. Let's go see what's happening in here. All right. Looks like they have painted all between the beams, between the rafters. And now we're working on these knee walls. We are painting, folks. We are painting. All right, y'all. It is Friday afternoon. We're wrapping up a busy week. We got so much paint done. I'm not really sure if there's too much to show on a video, but believe me, in person, it is a huge difference. Before we wrap up, I'm gonna show you what they're working on right now. We're on the third floor. You remember we wrapped these rafters in plastic so that we wouldn't get them dirty. And we are taking that plastic off. The walls have been painted. And so there's just one done and you can see. So anyway, you can see exactly how it's gonna look. It's gonna look awesome. I love this alabaster, the way it offsets or contrasts with the wood. Get this trim painted and this is gonna look dynamite. Meanwhile, on the second floor and the third floor, we got a second coat of paint on all of the trim. We were able to uncover the windows. So next week we will have to start painting the actual windows. But all the trim has 2 coats. And then we're gonna do one more coat on the walls to cover up our overspray. But I am delighted with the colors. I think they look fantastic. I can't wait to see them go on the ground floor. There's a lot more trim on the ground floor because we've got chair rail and we've got some wainscoting. So I can't wait to see this color applied downstairs. All right, folks, we're wrapping up. We have cleaned up for the weekend. We did a lot of painting on the second floor. It is almost done. We did a lot of painting on the third floor, a little bit of trim detail to do there. We got the ceilings and the walls painted on the ground floor. So next week we'll start trim. And the fun thing is we're gonna have a little bit of pop of color in here in the wooden room. So make sure that you come back next week because I don't want you to miss anything that's happening at the Hyatt house.